Alrighty, guys, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope everyone is doing well. Glad to have you guys here. So, yeah, we do have ourselves a tornado warning. We are going to quickly go over here real quick out there in Iowa. This is actually up there in, let's see here, northeastern Iowa. We got ourselves a tornado warning here. The bad thing is that the radar coverage, is not really the best. It's a little far northeast of the radar. Radar's all the way down here towards Des Moines. But yeah, we do got a tornado warning for Allison out there by Parkersburg, out there by this east of Kesley. We got ourselves a little bit of rotation we've been watching here. But we are scanning about 7,000 feet aloft, so not the best data coming through. But I tell you what, I think it has been confirmed. Even though it says radar indicated, I've seen some tweets here. I don't know if this was for this tornado warning, but apparently, let's see here. This was at 5:58 p.m. Yeah, there was reports of a barn that got destroyed. I retweeted it on my Twitter if you guys want to see it. So go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so once again, we have a tornado warning here. Just want to go ahead and quickly address towards Allison, Parkersburg area, east of Kesley, north of Alpington. So just a bit of a heads up for you guys out there. Also got a couple severe storms down here towards the southeast of Iowa, out there by, let's see, we'll actually go and bring this up here, towards like southern Illinois, out there by, let's see, Carly, I think it is, Carly, Huey, Boulder, Keysport, and just a couple other severe warnings out there in western portions of Tennessee. But yeah, we're just going to quickly address that real quickly, you guys, just to let y'all know. But for this live stream here, we're going to really dive on into what we can expect over the next couple of days. Things are very active regarding the weather here over the next several days, so we're going to have to talk about that. But anyways, y'all, let's see who we got here for today. Well, first of all, Mark, dude, coming with a $10 super chat, man, before the stream even started. So, Mark, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 10. That is greatly appreciated. So we got Mark, we got Jerry. Jerry, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. We have Lucy. We got April. We got ourselves, let's see here, Marby, Mazio, Girl Dev. We have Bugsy. We have Matt. Let's see, Henry, Kala, Brooklyn. Let's see here. We have Divis. We have Hannaroni. Let's see, Brandon, we have Bunzy, let's see, Bobby, Duck Guy, and obviously everybody else I have not gotten to. I hope you guys are well, and I hope you guys are doing good. So, yeah, so like I was mentioning, well, actually, here you go. Here's today's concern, or today's severe weather threat. Actually, we're going to go ahead and hop you all over here. Regarding today's outlook here for severe weather, honestly, it's not that big of a threat today. We do have a little slight risk out there towards like western Tennessee with the greatest probability for severe weather today. We have a level 2 threat regarding severe weather, including a 5% chance for tornadoes. So if you live out there in western Tennessee, you're going to want to watch out there for a couple storms that potentially could produce some tornadic activity there. And actually, so whenever we're looking at the radar currently out there, you can actually see these storms are starting to pop off here. Ping pong ball hail on the one there towards the border between northeast Arkansas and western Tennessee there towards Osceola. And, let's see, Bethelville, Burdett. We have Victoria, let's see, Etowah here in northeastern Arkansas. So, yeah, we got to watch out for a little bit of severe weather, in which it's already ongoing across those regions there. This other storm here is also for ping pong ball size hail. So, we're definitely talking a bit of hail today. That's kind of one of the main concerns. Also, like I said, that small tornado threat. Well, I wouldn't call it small, but, a decent tornado threat out there, but a small area. Now, hail on the other side, yep, hail is a 15% risk out there. If you guys are across the Brown, you got yourself a 5% chance of seeing hail within 25 miles of your given location. So overall, pretty low odds of seeing hail. Wouldn't really worry about it. But across the yellow, that's where we have obviously a greater probability with those strong storms rolling across that region there. So just a bit of a heads up towards you folks out there regarding hail. Now, damaging winds, we do not have a 15%, but we do have 2 areas of 5%. 30%. Just looking out there for the possibility for a few damaging wind gusts. Should not exceed anything over 70, really. It should mostly say, like, right around like 60 mile per hour wind gusts on these storms. Probably not going to be anything too crazy. And even then, like I said, a really low shot for damaging winds across these regions. But, of course, with that low pressure system rolling through, it is a possibility that we could get a little bit of something. So let's see. No significant hail expected today. No significant damaging winds. So we are pretty much golden. Now, here we go, y'all. Now we're moving our way into the eclipse. Now, the eclipse day, they upgraded it. We actually have ourselves an enhanced risk, a level 3 severe weather threat. And actually, I was actually mentioning to you guys yesterday how I had a feeling that they were going to increase that threat to a level 3 regarding hail. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they did. Regarding hail here, we got a 30% chance of significant hail. So not only are we talking a pretty big shot for large hail, but we're also seeing the shot of the hail being quite large. We're talking 2 inches in diameter or larger across some of these regions here. And actually, I'll go ahead and go show you guys the significant hail threat area. It's a very large region. So if you guys are across this region here, like I said, there is a pretty good shot regarding hail, and there could be some really large hail on these storms here for tomorrow, for the day of the eclipse, of course. So southwestern Oklahoma included, a lot of a lot of northern and central portions of Texas, and even a little sliver up there in northwestern Louisiana. We got ourselves a hatch risk regarding the potential out there for hail. So really large hail expectancy here for tomorrow. And like I was saying, regarding the probabilities here, most of the area, big 15% risk area. So within 25 miles, say, of your location, if you're in yellow, so that means within 25 miles of you in a circle, there is a 15% chance that we could see hail, in this case 2 inches in diameter or larger. So, it's still a relatively small chance, but it's a possibility. But then, of course, like I was mentioning, the 30% risk area, including Wichita Falls. So say, example, you live in Wichita Falls, so within 25 miles of Wichita Falls, there's a 30% chance that large hail 2 inches in diameter could occur in that, within that region there. So that's how you read these risks. That's basically what they mean. But yeah, so overall, as a collective whole, I mean, there's going to be some large hail tomorrow. That's kind of one of the main problems here. Now, regarding damaging winds, we got ourselves a 15% risk here. The greatest potential for damaging wind gusts is going to be out there towards northern Texas tomorrow, southern Oklahoma, a little area here, southwestern Arkansas, and even like northern, kind of northwestern Louisiana is going to have a decent shot at seeing some damaging wind gusts, potentially up to 60 miles per hour. So we're talking, maybe 60 mile per hour wind gusts being a possibility out of some of those storms. And of course, the overall risk for damaging winds goes as far east as western Alabama, southwestern Tennessee, a lot of central northern Mississippi, central southern Arkansas, central northern Louisiana, central southern and northern portions of Texas, and of course central and southern Oklahoma, with that 5% chance. So within within 25 miles, we'll say, of San Antonio, anywhere in a 5% chance. So within 25 miles in a radius around San Antonio, there's a 5% chance in this case that we could see that. So yeah, pretty low across the brown, but the yellow is a little bit more higher. But anyways, regarding tornadoes tomorrow, okay, here's our tornado threat for the day of the eclipse. We got ourselves a large 5% region, which, like I said, it's not anything astronomically crazy. Get the pun there. Yeah, it's not anything super wild, but it is a decent tornado threat in which you definitely need to be watching out for it. So areas out there by like the Dallas-Fort Worth region, we have Waco, Tyler, Texas, Bryan, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, even a bit of sliver up there in northwestern Louisiana here for tomorrow, in northeastern Texas. It's a decent tornado threat, like I said. Obviously within 25 miles, of we'll use example of Dallas here. So within 25 miles of Dallas, there's a 5% chance a tornado could drop somewhere in that region. So that applies for the whole 5% risk area. And you got to think about it. You can fit a lot of these 25-mile boxes inside of this this 5% region. So overall, the probability of having a tornado somewhere in that whole area is decent. But obviously for one specific area, it's still relatively low. So while you need to be watching the weather, it's nothing to worry about. But there is that possibility for a couple tornadoes. Now across portions here in the in the dark green, that's also a tornado probability, but that's a 2% region, a very low chance for tornadoes. So southern portions of Oklahoma, southern Arkansas, kind of western and northern portions here of Louisiana, and once again the majority here of Texas is actually included inside of this here, going through San Antonio, going through Houston. So within 25 miles of these areas here, there is a 2% chance. A 2% chance that we could see ourselves, a tornado somewhere in those regions. So once again, pretty low odds. I mean, obviously, if you think of it the other way, within 25 miles of you, there's a 98% chance you will not see a tornado within 25 miles. I mean, it works either way. I mean, it's not a big threat, nothing to stress over, but obviously something you shouldn't ignore, because sometimes things can just happen. And of course, you need to be aware of it, of course, in which, I'll be live tomorrow to actually cover the eclipse. We'll be live to cover it tomorrow. I'm planning on setting up a big scene for us tomorrow so we can monitor the weather and monitor the eclipse at the same time. That's going to be what I'm going to be working with here for tomorrow. I got a friend out in Missouri. He's going to go to the totality path and record some weather data, so we'll be able to go through the data as the eclipse comes through, which I think will be absolutely amazing. So stay tuned for that, because tomorrow is definitely going to be quite an interesting stream here regarding everything. But yeah, no, tomorrow though, I mean, it's a decent tornado threat. Once again, the dark green, very low odds. The brown, still pretty low, but regardless, still just be weather aware as well. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be focused specifically on the eclipse, which I don't blame you, but just keep an eye on the weather too, because it could get a little nasty down there. And unfortunately, it's going to be mostly overcast across a lot of these regions here. So once again, an enhanced risk here for tomorrow. Biggest chance for severe weather is going to be out there towards Wichita Falls, towards Dallas area. And of course the yellow, that level 2 threat, kind of the medium threat for tomorrow. And then the lower threat is across the dark green. Now, if you might be wondering, well, what is this light green? Now, the light green basically is just saying that there's a chance for some thunderstorms, but they're not expected to be severe. Okay, so they're not expected to be damaging. They're not expected to be anything crazy. Just an average thunderstorm, activity could occur across that area here in the light green. So nothing to worry about, but a couple thunderstorms can't be ruled out in those regions there. So anyway, so then we work our way over here into day 3, which this is actually for, Tuesday. Now, Tuesday is actually very similar to tomorrow. So between Monday and Tuesday, still covering relatively the same areas as you guys can see. I mean, look at this. Look how relatively similar these days are. So that's for Tuesday. Look at that. That's for Monday. So Monday, Tuesday. I mean, it's a pretty close, but very large slight risk. There's no breakdown on tornadoes or damaging winds or hail yet. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see that. Then we work way into day 4, which will be Wednesday. Still talking eastern Texas at risk for severe weather, southern Arkansas, a lot of Louisiana states, most of Mississippi as well, a lot of like western and south portions here of Alabama, and even like the panhandle of Florida here for Wednesday is going to be on the risk. Now, when it comes to the models, this is what I'm a little concerned about, guys. I was actually monitoring this here earlier. I'll hop you guys over the models here. Taking a look at the NAM model, which is like the mid-range model here, and as we work our way over here into basically late Wednesday, right, we get this big pool of instability, as you guys can see. So this is basically the thunderstorm fuel in the atmosphere that you need for those thunderstorms to really get going here. But yeah, look at this really big pocket of instability positioned over like southern Mississippi, central southern Louisiana, and even portions out there in eastern Texas. So that's for the afternoon moving into the evening here of Wednesday. Now, what's a little concerning for me, and what I actually really, like I said, what I actually am really a little bit concerned about here rolling into Wednesday is how strong these winds are. I mean, look how strong that lower level jet is over like southern, central portions of Mississippi. And like I was mentioning here, we have a lot of instability, thunderstorm juice, we'll call it, that is building into the region as well. So between that strong lower level winds and our mid level winds here changing direction slightly as we go up, that is going to create an environment capable of producing some very nasty tornadic activity here. And if that thing continues to hold up here, well, this could be a potentially serious event going on out there towards those regions. I mean, just looking at the photographs and stuff like that, you can really see that spin in our atmosphere and basically just how strong these winds really are. I mean, our whole wind field profile here from our surface to the upper atmosphere is really moving. So that's going to create an environment here. Wow, really high helicities. That's going to create an environment that is really capable of producing, I think, some significant tornadoes. So I would not be surprised if for late Wednesday, we could have a really serious problem on our hands. That is what I believe for Wednesday. So just a bit of a heads up to you guys. I know, the eclipse is in the way. Everybody's thinking about the eclipse, but just keep in the back of your mind, guys, here for Wednesday, I think it could be a really bad day regarding tornadic activity, considering how much wind shear we have, how strong it is, how much instability we have, and how much, moisture in our lower atmosphere. I mean, shoot, we're talking 70-degree dew points. So at this point, the air is warm, very, very warm, which warmer air can hold more moisture. And with our dew points meeting our temperatures at the surface, that is holding a lot of water vapor in our lower atmosphere. And so, of course, whenever we get severe weather, all of that water vapor shoots up. So these vertical velocities, vertical wind shear, really brings up a lot of this moisture in this water vapor and shoots it up into the cooler, more drier environment, which can really get some nasty storm development going. So between the wind shear, like I was talking about, between the strong winds and between just really everything, it's a little concerning. So we'll definitely need to be watching out there for Wednesday. We'll definitely be on the lookout there for that. And yeah, like I was showing you guys here a second ago, here's more of a visual representation across this area. Look how rich these dew points are at in the 70s, which that's a little concerning, like I was mentioning, because the atmosphere can hold more water vapor and store more of it, before it shoots its way up there. But so that's there for the afternoon, moving into the evening of Wednesday, which we're going to hop you guys back over here to the convective outlook for that day. So as of right now, we're talking eastern Texas at threat for Wednesday. Portions of southern Arkansas, portions out there throughout, a lot of Mississippi, the entire state of Louisiana, as we were mentioning there in that threat, portions of Alabama, and even the panhandle here of Florida. But it ain't over, my friends. So that's for Wednesday. Then we work our way over here into Thursday. Now, Thursday, we have another risk area here regarding severe weather, which is equivalent to a level 2 threat or a slight risk. And as of right now, the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted northern Florida, a lot of central and southern Georgia, a lot of South Carolina, and even a little bit of southern North Carolina here is included in that 15% risk area. So if you guys are across the yellow here, it's important that you guys watch the severe weather and continue to monitor this over the next couple of days here, because like I said, this is here for Thursday. The models have been really pointing towards the event continuing into this day. So we'll actually hop back to the models here. So once again, this is for Wednesday. Then we drive our way over here into, actually we'll have to hop to the GFS because the NAM doesn't go out that far yet, but then we work our way over here into Thursday. It seemed like the GFS is not really too confident here on the the amount of instability and stuff. We'll learn more about the event as we get closer to it. But as you can see though, for basically portions of kind of the afternoon into the evening here of Thursday, we could have a little bit of instability available up there towards like the Carolinas, but not really showing. This model doesn't really show a whole lot for Georgia, but let me just go ahead and say the GFS model, the long range GFS model we're looking at right now, is not really the best model to look at for the amount of unstable air you have in the atmosphere. This model usually underperforms things, but we will see. I mean, of course, we'll definitely see how this continues to line up here for the next couple of days, but I definitely do think that Thursday we could have that continuation there regarding that. So, okay, y'all, we got a new tornado warning. Let me bring you all over here real quick. I'm kind of switching from model mode here to a little bit of coverage real quickly. Okay, so my folks in Illinois, we got ourselves a tornado warning. That's out there by Vernon, Illinois. See Shabener. I have no idea how you say that. St. Peter, we have Farina, we have Laclede, I think it is, and St. James. If those places sound familiar up there in kind of kind of south central Illinois, there's a tornado warning. We got some rotation detected just west of Vernon, Illinois. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but look right in here, which I'll go ahead and circle it for you guys. Right here, there's a bit of a rotation that has been detected by the radar. So if y'all live out there, if you know anybody out there by Vernon or Chaboneer, I think it is, Chaboneer maybe. Yeah, Chaboneer, I think it is. So out there by Chaboneer in Vernon, Illinois, make sure that you guys are in your safe spot. And obviously, if you know anybody out there, give them a call quickly and let them know what's going on out there. Also to the south, we got a severe warning there for $50 hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. They did get rid of the one, I believe, for Iowa. That one is no longer there. We just got a new mesoscale discussion here. Let's see what all this is about. Okay, so the highlighted areas in eastern Arkansas, northwestern Mississippi, and northeastern Louisiana, saying a couple of tornadoes may develop early evening. Isolated hail and a possible tornado or two will be the primary hazards. They basically said that there's a 40% chance that we'll get a watch. So watch probability 40%. So we'll definitely need to just watch out there for that. I don't know if they're going to issue that. I mean, the odds are, I mean, if you're going off probability, they won't, but it's still a decent shot that it could. So we'll watch out there for it. Cala, that main 15% risk is slightly just north of me, but I am near it somewhat. But anyways, yeah, so once again, y'all, tornado warning up there in Illinois. Just a bit of a heads up for you guys towards Chaboneer, towards Vernon, St. Peter, St. James, Farina, and Laclede, I think it is. So heads up to you guys out there. All right, y'all. So that's what we're looking out there for. I mean, once again, just several days regarding severe weather is going to be expected. Once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, here's today's threat. What we're looking out there for. Our greatest probability regarding severe weather today. Once again, I mean, today's threat's nothing super spectacular. It's a pretty low-end threat overall, but we do got ourselves the greatest concern for severe weather and a little itty-bitty slight risk up there in northwestern portions of Tennessee, western Kentucky, extreme southeastern Missouri, and extreme northeastern portions of Arkansas. In which, like I said, we have a 5% chance for tornadoes, a little 2% stretch all the way from southeastern South Dakota, going through Iowa. We have another one from Illinois, going through obviously like eastern Missouri, southeastern Missouri, obviously Tennessee, portions of Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Now, damaging winds. Not really too much of a really big concern for today, but it is going to be possible. We got ourselves here let's get a 5% chance for that, 15% chance for hail. Hail's not a concern up in Iowa with that marginal. Hail's only the concern for the southern marginal and slight risk here. But yeah, 15% risk out there. So, once again, nothing crazy, but it's definitely still a chance we need to watch out for. Now, obviously tomorrow, like I was mentioning, obviously you guys are probably wondering really what's going to happen for the eclipse. So when it comes to it here, like I said, whenever it comes to it here, we do have an enhanced risk, which at that point that is a pretty decent risk regarding severe weather. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but whenever it comes to tomorrow for the eclipse, more than likely a lot of you guys down here towards the southern plains is going to be overcast. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of the areas in the solar eclipse is going to be overcast. Let me actually bring up the latest map here regarding the cloud cover and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and bring this up for you. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and bring up our HRRR here just to kind of look at more of that, that latest high resolution activity regarding that. So tomorrow the eclipse, I believe, is right around like 17 Zulu here for April 8th, tomorrow. So roughly right around this time here is whenever we're going to have the eclipse. And obviously you can see the areas in the totality path is mostly overcast, which is very unfortunate there. And even out there by like southern Texas, I mean, at this point, a lot of you guys, or sorry, just in the south, I should say by Texas, a lot of the places out there for the eclipse, unfortunately, is going to be just completely obscured in clouds. Now, there could be some breaks here and there. Obviously, the models, I mean, they're not perfect, obviously, so take that with a grain of salt. But, there could be some areas that could have a break just enough so you can see it peek through. But for the most part, unfortunately, the clouds are going to get in the way. Now, up in the northeast, though, if y'all are out there by, like, Maine, honestly, Maine would be the best area to view this, as models have been trending for a long time, up here in Maine and places out there by, like, New Hampshire even, regarding mostly clear skies and not much cloud cover. So, honestly, it really seems to come down to it that Maine is the best place to go to watch the eclipse here for tomorrow, in which, throughout most of the day, actually, it's going to be relatively clear out there. So that would be the best. Anyways, let's see here. Did I say that Indiana would be put in a tornado watch? I never said anybody would be in a tornado watch. What I did say, though, is that the Storm Prediction Center issued a mesoscale discussion saying that there's a 40% chance of a watch being issued. I never mentioned what kind of watch would be issued. It says a couple of tornadoes may develop by early evening. Isolated hail and possibly a tornado or two will be the primary threat. I didn't say that any watch would be issued, or I didn't say what watch would be issued, but they put like I said, a 40% chance, which more than likely they won't, but it's still a high enough probability where it's still a realistic possibility. But no, I never said anything about a tornado watch or a severe thunderstorm watch, but we'll see, of course. We'll definitely watch it. Anyways, but yeah. Let's see, ripped anyone traveling in a full clothes. Oh, dude, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man, guys, is that, when it comes to it, it's never, I mean, while it might seem like it, it's never a good idea to fully jump the gun and start traveling. Because, like I said, the weather, that's what you really need to look for, right? So all these people who booked trips and all this stuff, unfortunately, it's going to be mostly overcast. So that's just, unfortunately, how it's gonna be there. But all right, y'all, let's do a little update on this tornado warning, guys. We do got a tornado warning up here in Illinois. Just a bit of a heads up for you out there. Just want to keep y'all updated on this here. So out here in kind of south central Illinois, we do got ourselves a tornado warning out there towards Chabanier. We have Vernon included. We also do have ourselves St. Peter, Farina. We have Laclede. And St. James, you guys are included in this tornado warning. So if that sounds any familiar to you guys, like I said, obviously if you're in that region, take shelter. If you know anybody in that region, call them, let them know. But yeah, there is a bit of rotation detected near Vernon, Illinois. So Vernon, Illinois, Chabanier, Illinois, there's a bit of rotation right over your area. And this is heading directly towards St. Peter, Illinois, towards St. James, Laclede, and Farina. So heads up to you guys out there. Let's see here. Southeast Michigan, going to get severe weather. Yeah, there's no threats, my friend, regarding severe weather right now. So there's no risks or anything like that from the Storm Prediction Center. So we're not, I'm not seeing anything concerning for those areas there. Let's see here. Kayla says, what's going on for Indiana? Nothing severe-wise, my friend. I mean, well, nothing super crazy going on here. Today we do have a little marginal, a little level 1 threat. We'll go ahead and hop y'all over here too real quick. Which, once again, today's threat for Indiana is nothing really super spectacular or anything like that. But yeah, so we do have ourselves, like I was saying, just a little marginal here across the western side here of Indiana, out there by like Evansville. We have Princeton included, Washington, Vincennes, I think it is. No idea how you exactly pronounce that there. But, whenever it does come to it here, we do got that marginal. So just a little shot for some gusty winds. Maybe some small hail going on there, but really is nothing super crazy. No tornado threat for you guys. That threat's a little bit more to your west. I mean, even though we do have that tornado warning here, not too far from Indiana, but the main threat is going to be just in like Illinois, within the region here. It's not going to be for Indiana, bottom line. Anyways, but yeah, so we'll just, keep it out there for that. Let's see here. Barbie says, good night, all. Thank you, Andrew. Stay safe out tomorrow, everyone. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome, Barbie. And thanks for joining. Appreciate it. But once again, everybody, if y'all know anybody out here, just as a bit of heads up, out there by Vernon, Wilburton, Illinois, okay, we have Laclede, also including St. James, Let's see your Confidence. We have St. Peter. See Chabanier, Vernon. We got ourselves a, like I said, tornado warning in effect here for the next half hour. So like I said, quarter size hail as well is a possibility, which, quarter size hail is not really that much of a problem. But, just some small hail definitely does seem to be a possibility. But yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on there. Anyways, but yeah, so we're going to go ahead and hop our way back over here, y'all. Hop over back to the Storm Prediction Center regarding things here. And so let's go ahead and bring y'all back over to the risk area. So once again, that's today's threat. Just a little slight risk. 5% chance for tornadoes out there in basically northwestern Tennessee, western Kentucky, southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas. Let's see here. We got ourselves the 15% chance for hail, 5% chance for damaging winds. Nothing crazy. No hatch risk, which is good. So nothing super significant regarding these threats. So that's good news. Tomorrow, on the other hand, though, pretty big tornado threat. Regarding the area, it covers a pretty good distance. So tomorrow we need to be weather aware. Like I said, obviously we have the eclipse tomorrow, so we need to be watching out there for the weather too down here. So we're going to be doing coverage on both the eclipse and the severe weather here. So big 5% chance for tornadoes, 15% chance for damaging winds, and of course we have a 30% chance, a 30% hatch risk here for hail, which obviously that's considered a pretty good risk regarding the hail threat here overall. And of course, 15% chance there with that hatch risk as well. We're talking 2 inches in diameter hail or larger, so yeah, pretty big hail threat. Let's see here. Can radars confirm tornadoes? Yes. It's called correlation coefficient, basically looking at the sizes of particles. So the radar beam can determine on how big an object is in the sky, and if there's a velocity couplet under that, it's debris that it picks up. So yes. Let's see. I heard a tornado threat for Monday and Tuesday is going to be limited due to lack of wind shear. It's so from what it looks like, mostly yes, you are correct. However, Wednesday is the day I'm actually concerned about. Mostly working our way up here throughout Monday. Into Tuesday. Oh, hold on a minute. Models might be trending something else. Let's see here. So here's Tuesday. We'll go and bring up our instability. Okay, there ain't a lot of instability here, so let's see. So that is, so Wednesday, is the day we're going to have, that strong jet stream, as well as we're going to be having ourselves a lot of instability available. So between that, it's going to be pretty nasty environment for tornadic activity and stuff like that going on. Plus, rich dew points and, rich lower level moisture. It's just only going to make these storms a little more severe. Let's see here. Girl Dev says, who did I say that they were thinking about putting a watch for? I need to go back to it. Let me look. Hold on. I need to pull up the Storm Prediction Center again. It wasn't for you. No. Yeah, no, this is for western Mississippi, southeastern Arkansas, and northeast Louisiana. It's hard to see that, but that is far from me, my friend. It's, like I said, nothing to worry about, man. Let's see here. Okay. I had a tornado threat for Monday. Already read that one. But yeah, to answer your question, though, like I said, I think Wednesday is going to be the big day for tornadic activity here, just given thermodynamics and kinematics there, the wind shear and the instability. It will be lined up, regarding storms. So it's going to be a little concerning there. We'll definitely need to watch out there for it. Let's see here. Am I sick? No, probably just allergies. My allergies are driving me crazy. That'll do it, man. Shoot. All right, let's do a little update on this tornado warning, y'all. We still got some rotation kicking off here. So out there by Illinois, we got ourselves a tornado warning down there in the south central side of the state, out by Chabanier, Vernon, St. Peter, and St. James area. So heads up to you guys in that specific region there. That includes Fayette and Marion counties in Illinois. So make sure you got it in your shelter. Let's see here. We also got a couple severe warnings down to the south here. Let's see here. 60 mile per hour wind gust quarter hail, and 60 miles per hour wind gust $half hail. So maybe a little bit of hail on that too. Bit of gusty winds. Let's see here. Jordan, dude, thank you so much for the 5, man. Appreciate it. Saying, I am Sofa King. We taught. What? Sofa King? What? Jordan? Thanks, man, for the 5. Whatever that means. Appreciate it. Let's see, I've been sneezing a lot probably from allergies. Oh, yeah, dude. Those allergies are bad. There's a lot of pollen down here in Florida right now. It's just terrible. But, Jordan, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Do I think Illinois will calm down before crossing into Indiana? Realistically, that's a good possibility. Let me look at the mesoanalysis, because I believe there's less instability out. Yes. So here you go. So this is the current analysis right now. So all of our thunderstorm juice is like right in here. Got a little bit of instability right here too, but you can see Indiana. There's not much unstable air out there. You know, there is, like I said, there's really not a lot of instability in those regions there. Let's see here. Also, the wind shear. Let's see, upper air. Yeah, we do got a pretty strong lower level jet, about 30, 35 knots. I mean, it's decent. Mid-level jet, actually pretty strong, about 60 knots. So, but yeah, for Indiana right now, there's just not a lot of instability. But given where those tornadoes are there, they are the tornado warnings there. There is, you know, a little bit of instability. Nothing excessive though. So, but yeah. So once again, St. James. Actually, I think they just updated it here. They did. Okay, so to my folks out there by Vernon and Chabanier, you guys are now safe to come out of your shelters because you're no longer in that warning. But the warning still includes St. Peter, St. James, Farina, and Leclede here. So just a heads up for you guys. Stay safe out there. Once again, if you know anybody out there as well, give them a call. Let them know what's going on there because obviously, you know, there's a tornado right out there. So tell them to seek shelter immediately. All right. So let's see here. Morgan says, is Wednesday and Thursday going to be severe for northern Georgia? So, yeah, so Thursday we do have ourselves, let's see here, Wednesday and Thursday. So, for Wednesday we do not. Well, it could. Right now the risk does not include, here, we'll go to Shop over here. As of right now, the risk does not include Georgia, but of course that's you know, kind of nearby there. And of course, we got ourselves, you know, working our way into day 5. We got Thursday here, which, yeah, Thursday, central southern Georgia, we do got that risk overall. Which also does go into the Carolinas here, too, towards, like, southern North Carolina and a lot of, like, central, eastern portions here of South Carolina overall. But yeah, so that's the risk over the next couple of days here. We'll definitely in a pretty busy time period. Let me see here. But yeah, so heads up, St. Peter, guys, St. James, Farina, I think it is, and Leclede. Keep an eye on it. See, I feel your pain. I'm in Illinois, and I do get some really bad allergies every spring. Yeah. I used to live up in Virginia and Kentucky for a little bit. Virginia, I lived there most of my life, but yeah, allergies are pretty bad up there. But down here, they're still pretty bad, of course. Can't escape them, unfortunately. So that's why I might sound a little sick right now. What about California? No severe weather for California, I can tell you that one. Let's see here. Let's see. North Mississippi is hot and very windy. Stay safe out there, Davis. Let's see here. Cash money. We're not really doing zip codes right now, but, you know, obviously here and there, since I'm a nice guy, I'll grab a couple. Doesn't mean flood the chat with zip codes, guys, because I'm not doing full zip codes right now, but every once in a while, I might take a zip code or two. just to help out. But yeah, towards Mississippi here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, today we got a marginal level 1 threat. I would really watch out for the weather here for, well, first of all, actually here for Tuesday, we got a threat. Tomorrow we got a marginal. Day after we got a marginal. Day after that we got a slight risk. So yeah, the next like 4 days, marginal, slight. So yeah, I mean, I'd definitely keep an eye out there for it. Let's check on these cells up here towards western portions of Tennessee here. Quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds 4 minutes ago. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on the tornado warnings here, the tornado warning here. We'll see what we got going on with that. So Wilburton, Laclede, St. Peter, Farina, Lagouti, I think it is, St. James, Confidence area. Yeah, heads up to you guys. Just a bit of a heads up. 18 minutes ago on that one. Also, the possibility there for quarter-size hail does exist. Let me bring up the velocity here. Yeah, once again, the radar is a little far away from this area. We'll see. KVWX might be better. Yeah, it's a little bit better there. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, the rotation's pretty broad. But once again, remember that we're scanning upper levels. So tornadoes are very surface-based phenomenons, of course. But, yeah, so we're scanning the upper levels here overall. And, you know, from what we're looking at here, at least, while there is a little bit of rotation, it's pretty broad. So if it really wants to go tornadic, it needs to tighten up. But who's to say that that's not happening on the surface? It's just we don't have that data right now. Because, well, it's a little far away from the radars. Let's see here. Divas says, thank you, no problem. Cashman, you're a good man. Yeah, you didn't know. Like I said, yeah, we're not doing zip codes right now, but you know, every once in a while, we'll probably grab one or two. But like I said, just don't flood the chat with zip codes, guys, because we're not gonna spend the whole time doing zip codes like we have been. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, guys, this stream has kind of turned from a more of a forecast stream to kind of more of like a severe weather update here. But we're gonna do both, of course. Here is actually that mesoscale discussion we were talking about earlier. This one here for northeastern Louisiana, eastern Arkansas. Let's see, western Mississippi, a little sliver of actually even southwestern Tennessee, but 40% chance of them issuing a watch there. The odds are not really in favor. A couple supercells may develop, even with a threat of isolated hail and possibly a tornado or two. Like we were mentioning, hail should remain under 2 inches in diameter. If we did get hail, it would probably be right around like quarter size. So like quarter size hail, you know, maybe just some gusty winds. Obviously, I wouldn't say could be ruled out either. But yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is what we were talking about there. So yeah, the odds of them issuing that watch is, well, not really in favor, but it's still certainly a possibility. All right, but yeah, so here guys, if y'all are just tuning here, this is tomorrow's outlook for the eclipse. Okay, this is our eclipse forecast regarding severe weather. So the verdict is that if you guys are across this area here, can we just take a moment to realize like how good of a outline that was? Don't look up here though, but perfect. Anyways, yeah, so the dark green, the yellow, and the orange, that, my friends, that is the risk areas here for tomorrow. So we got the level 1 or the low risk regarding severe weather. We got the level 2 or the medium threat for severe weather. And then we got the level 3, which is the high threat for severe weather. Not a high risk per se, but the highest threat, I should say, for tomorrow. Not a high risk. Let me let you know. It's an enhanced, a level 3. But yeah, so our greatest shot for severe weather will be in the orange. You know, that middle threat will be across the yellow, which covers a really good distance. I mean, throughout Texas, you know, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, it does cover a bit of territory here. And of course, you know, that level 1 marginal really goes pretty far. But the light green, like I was saying, guys, just a thunderstorm threat. A couple booms of thunder possible. Tornado probs, yeah, 5% chance tomorrow, which is a decent tornado threat. It's not super crazy, but it's definitely something to watch out for. We got ourselves a 15% chance for damaging winds, and look at this, a 30% chance, as well as a 15% chance here for significant hail, 2 inches or larger in diameter. So like we're talking like, how convenient here. This at minimum regarding hail size. I know it's kind of hard to do a justice, but look, that's how large the hail could be. I mean, obviously, you know, we could have some pretty good size hail. Regardless, 2+ inches in diameter. Definitely is that. Let's see here. B says my dad and daughter live in Wichita Falls, Texas. Gotcha. I mean, yeah, Wichita Falls. We do have the greatest shot for hail out in that region. Let's see here. Yeah, including like Dallas as well. Dallas risk area here. We'll actually bring y'all back over here. Level 1. Sorry, day 1. Day 2 is what I want to look at. Yeah, Wichita Falls there in that 30% hatch risk. The areas that could see 2-inch hail is actually pretty large, which is that whole area. So like northwestern Louisiana, central northern Texas, and areas in southern Oklahoma could see those large hail events. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for it. Let's see here. Share it on Facebook. Hope it's helpful. Of course it is. You know, spreading that word out there and getting that word out there is like I said, literally the best thing you guys can do. But I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing, and thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm sure everybody will as well. Help getting that word out there. Speaking of the word out there, we're still watching a tornado warning, guys, up here in southern Illinois. Once again, St. James, St. Peter, Laclede, and Farina. We got ourselves a severe warning in there. I don't know if we have a camera out there. Let's see here. Some states I have here don't have the best of cameras, which it looks like Illinois is one of them. Unfortunately, yeah. I don't think I have cameras in Illinois, unfortunately. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, St. Peter, St. James, Farina, and Laclede. Let's see here. Yeah, that latest scan, honestly, is not as impressive. But, of course, half the data was cut off there. So try KVWX here. I think that's the best radar to use. I mean, yeah, it does look like there could be a little bit of broad rotation still in that, but also remember, we're scanning about 6,000, over 6,000 feet here. We're scanning over 6,000 feet. So, like I was mentioning, tornadoes are a surface-based phenomenon mostly, lower atmosphere type of activity. And 6,000 feet, while there could still be some rotation, of course, you know, it could be different on the surface. I mean, this is the lowest scan, 0.4 degree tilt. So, I mean, you know, because as, you know, the beam is tilted, so, of course, you know, as with distance, that beam is going to get higher because it's at an angle. Not to mention the Earth's curvature. So the curvature of the Earth also, the beam goes actually up. Here, I'll show you I can actually see if I can pull this up. Let's see. I want to show you guys like an image of this here, which it's really important to understand. Okay, I'll have to just draw you all one. Yeah, we'll have to just draw you one. So, the radar beam. So obviously you got the radar here, big weather service radars. So okay, that's the radar. So actually the beam, it goes at an angle, it scans higher, but then the Earth's curvature kicks in and actually like arcs that beam up, which is really interesting. But yeah, so you got to think that, you know, the surface. So as we go further, the beam goes further out, it gathers a greater distance. So in this case of the radar right here we're scanning, it's just a little bit high up in that storm. But anyways, but yeah, it still would be in your shelters, of course, because that's just the data we got right now. Let's see here. But yeah, so heads up towards St. Peter, St. James, Farina, and Laclede area. We still got that warning in place. Let's see. It expires in about 9 minutes. 9 minutes to go. Let's see here. All right, y'all. I tell you what. When that tornado warning expires, we're gonna roll off here. Almost an hour streaming here. But before we do, yeah, let me bring y'all back to models here. We'll go ahead and go over these cloud cover stuff again here for y'all. Precipitation, average cloud cover. Okay, so yeah. So when it comes to the eclipse tomorrow, like I was mentioning here, unfortunately, it does look like we're going to have a lot of cloud cover right around the time of the eclipse for Texas. So if you're out there and by Texas, more than likely it's going to be relatively cloudy. There could be a bit of breaks here and there throughout the atmosphere. So there could be some spots in some areas. For example, this model showing like southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, maybe in a little bit of break of clouds, but we'll learn more about that tomorrow, of course. And then right on the same time period, like a little bit later, as the eclipse goes on, unfortunately, most of the totality areas is going to be covered by clouds. I hate to be that person of bad news to you, but it's unfortunately seems to be that way. So just know that there's probably be a bit of clouds, maybe a bit of a break by Cleveland, still some cloud cover but not overcast anyways. It's an idea from the model, but really the only area that's going to be like in the full-time clear is like Maine and portions of Vermont. That was right on that line. How did I manage to do that? Did you see that? Like, look how... Dude, I was right on that cloud line when I did that fast circle there, and I couldn't do that again. But yeah, so a lot of New Hampshire and Maine there is going to be relatively clear for tomorrow. So that would be the best viewing conditions. So if you can get a last-minute plane ticket, well, good luck. Good luck. But yeah, most of these areas here, unfortunately, are just going to be like completely blah. Which the totality, I think, rolls through like some of these areas here in Indiana, like over this region, but unfortunately it's mostly cloudy. My mom, she's actually flying to Kentucky where I used to live, and she's traveling up here to like southern Indiana, but from what it looks like, it's going to be overcast. It will still get dark. Oh yeah, yes. If you're in a totality path, regardless of clouds or not, it's still going to get like pitch black at one moment. So, because regardless, we're cutting out the light from the sun, in which, yeah, you're going to notice it. It's going to be like nighttime, regardless. So you're going to notice some really interesting things going on there. Once again, I'll be live tomorrow to cover this. I am planning on, first of all, my friend, he has a weather station he's deploying in Missouri. So I'll be able to pull some data from his weather station, and we'll be able to talk about what's going on with the weather data from the eclipse. He might even send me some photos and stuff, which also reminds me, guys, go follow my Twitter right now. So that way you guys can send your own photos. I'll leave credit, of course. But tomorrow, any photos you might get from the eclipse, share them to us, guys. Share them to us. Like I said, tag us on Twitter. You can see right below me, NWW116_WX. That is our Twitter handle. So go to Twitter right now. Get off the stream. Go look at Twitter, and obviously follow us, and then come right back. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, go ahead and do that, because send your photos, and of course I'll even be, you know what? I have an idea. I don't know how we're going to do this, but I'm going to be rating them, and I'm going to, so I could pick the best one, of course. And I will check to make sure it's legit if we do like a contest on who gets the best eclipse photo. And there may or may not be a reward involved. So we'll see what we can do about that. But yeah, submit it to our Twitter page at NWW116_WX. And like I said, there could be a little reward involved. We'll have to see how things go. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, regardless. All right, y'all, let's do a little update real quick. We got 5 more minutes left on this tornado warning here. It does look like that rotation might be trying to pick back up here a little bit. Let's see, we got that rotation on Interstate 57 by Laclede. Interstate 57 by Leclerc here. So we will have to see how that goes. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on it. But as of now, like I said, we have 4 more minutes left on that warning there. I'm going right towards Leclerc. Heading towards Edgewood area. You got Edgewood's not under the tornado warning, but obviously I would be ready to take action in case if obviously something happens, or if we need an extension, I should say. Let's see here. But yeah, got a couple severe warnings also to the south here. Got a tour possible on that south one. Maybe a little bit of rotation popping off on that guy. We'll see. But anyways, let's see. But yeah. But anyways, y'all. Well, I think we're gonna head off here pretty soon, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna go live again tonight. Maybe. I'm gonna leave that as a possibility. So I may or may not be live again tonight to give you guys more updates and all that fun stuff. We'll have to see. Definitely have to see here. But once again, y'all, thank you all for joining. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here. And like I said, if y'all have any final questions or any questions, whenever it comes to it, just we have a Discord, so put that Discord or join our Discord in the description, I should say. But yeah, so just go ahead and check that out if y'all want to after stream hours and stuff like that. But let's see here. Divas, honestly, it's understandable. That is completely understandable. But anyways, let's see here. Oh, we got a new severe warning out there. It looks like they might just be putting a severe warning here. Put a tour possible? They did. They put a tour possible on there. Okay. Gotcha. All right, y'all. Well, I think we're going to roll off here. Let's see. I'm jealous of those who get to see the eclipse tomorrow. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, there's not going to be very, very many people that will, because a lot of the areas are going to be overcast, unfortunately. Like I said, the area with like completely clear skies, from what it looks like, is going to be Maine. A lot of the area is going to be covered, unfortunately. But, it is what it is. All right, y'all. You guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Once again, I'll see about coming back live later. No promises, but we'll definitely consider it, because I gotta set up my stream for tomorrow. I gotta make some new scenes and stuff like that for the eclipse and all that stuff. So we'll, regardless, be here tomorrow for coverage and solar eclipse coverage, of course, and not only eclipse coverage but also severe weather coverage too. So we'll keep you guys updated on both. But all right, y'all. Well, you guys take care. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Once again, shout out goes to let's see here, Jordan, as well as Mark. Thank you guys for the donations. Much appreciated. And all right, y'all. Well, like I said, the stream's going to head off here now in about 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And let's say leave a like if y'all could. Maybe subscribe if you haven't. Be greatly appreciated. Please consider it. But all right, y'all. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And we'll catch y'all here in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See you later on.